Okay, I see we got a lot of motivated. We got a lot of motivated business owners. Oh, you motivated, huh? Oh, you sharp, huh? I see you. I just want to let y'all know that if don't nobody else see y'all, Queen A see y'all. Y'all out there big motivated. You know, we just did the flying pig, and it was so many people, at that start line, and they was big motivated, jumping up and down, getting ready. But I want y'all to understand, a lot of people are motivated, but you got to understand this is that routines, okay? Routines and discipline outperforms motivation any day. A lot of business owners are out here motivated. They're excited, they're ready, they're at the finish line like this, jumping up and down. But then when they, like when we was at the flying pig, they sounded their horn, and a lot of people went from being motivated to showing that they had no discipline and they had no routines. And that's why we're going to talk about today is routines, because a lot of people get twisted, especially business owners. So I deal with businesses, organizations, teams, schools, institutions, and a lot of them I notice are motivated, but a lot of them don't have routines. And we're going to talk about why it's important as a business owner. Listen to me. If you are a business owner, it's definitely important that you watch this episode. Watch this episode right here, because we're going to get you from being motivated to actually having clarity and taking action. Because we're going to get you to understand that discipline outperforms motivation any day, any day, any day. Okay? But before we move forward, you already know, if you are here and you are a newcomer and you ain't already did so, make sure that you like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And y'all know I also got to welcome y'all here to Slap 'em with Truth. Okay? I am Queen A, the clarity coach. My goal here today is to make sure that if you are a business owner, that you understand and get just a little bit of clarity when you come today on how to build your confidence, right? We want you to go from self-doubt and lack of frustration to confidence execution. And today we're going to do that by helping you understand that routines is what matter, not being motivated. Because you can be motivated, right? You can be motivated all day. Think about how many times you done been motivated, like, you know what? I'm about to go get this done. You know what? I'm about to exercise. You know what? I'm about to go on this diet. You know what? And I could just go on and on and on. Right? But then what tends to happen? What tends to happen? I tell you what tends to happen, right? What tends to happen is this right here. We don't have routines. Oh my gosh, we don't have routines. We don't have routines as business owners. As business owners, you need routines, not motivation. That's what's important. But what is routines? What is routines? Because a lot of people think because they say yes to everything or everybody, a lot of business owners think that's a routine. A lot of business owners think that because they show up in every room, that that's a routine. But is that a routine? Is that a routine? Saying yes to everything, showing up in any and every room, approving any contract, working and being in line with anything and anybody? Is that a routine? Just think about that for a second. I want you to think about that while we read what the definition of routine is. Because if you know and you watch Queen A, y'all come here because you know one of the things we focus on is the word. You have to even understand what routines is to even understand, well, how do I know if I have a routine or not? Or if I'm just motivated? So are you just motivated or do you have a routine? Okay? Because a routine is this. A routine is a structured, repeated practices, right? Structured, repeated practice that supports consistency, reduce decision fatigue, and build momentum. So if you are out here and you are having like, so much, you feel like, oh my God, I got a million doors open in my head. I don't know what decision I need to make. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Then that means somewhere along the line, your routine is not tight. Or you don't, we got to tighten something up. Because you can be motivated, but not disciplined. Okay? See, when you discipline, when you got, because it said, when you got routines, you got to be structured. And when you disciplined, you're structured. When you're disciplined, you're repeating what? The same practice. Practices that are what? Aligned with your values, your principles, and your goals. When you're disciplined, you're consistent. When you're disciplined, you reduce decision fog. You know why? Because when you're disciplined, you don't have a million things to choose from. Think about it. If I'm disciplined, okay, this is what I have to do. That means that I'm disciplined in my area. Let me speak for Queen A for a change, for just one moment. Let me talk about me for a second. Just one moment, okay? So when I'm disciplined, this is what this looks like. So when I talk about decision fatigue and being disciplined and staying consistent, well, that means that some people invite me to events that I might not be able to go to, right? Because the event doesn't align with my values, my principles, and my goals. Some organizations, right? Now listen to this. Some organizations, I might, go there, but I don't want to do business with them or collaborate with them because that organization doesn't align with my values, principles, and goals. Right? I don't go out every night because that don't align with my values, my principles, and my goals. I make choices that's always make sure that my team will benefit as well. So if that means that if whatever decision it is, if it doesn't align with my team actually benefiting from it as well, I don't make that decision. So every choice that I make, every decision I make, it has to be aligned with my team benefiting. But that's just me. But that means I have to be what? Consistently making them same decisions. I have to be what? They have to be repeated practices. That's the only way it can become a routine for me. So a lot of business owners, they get confused. They do something one time and then think they have a routine. Let me tell y'all what I mean. You know them people that get a membership one time in a year? They're like, you know what? I'm going to get me a gym membership. And they get it from January when New Year's starts until February. Maybe January. We'll give them to March. And I'm being nice by saying to March, okay? Because most of us know that statistics show that most people they set New Year's goals and they're unsuccessful because they're just motivated. Now I'm talking about being motivated. How many people do you know are motivated, right? They're motivated when New Year's comes. They're motivated to go to the gym. They're motivated to work out. They're motivated to eat healthier. They're motivated to, take on this new adventure. But then what happens? They don't have no structure in place on how they're going to get it done. The only thing they know is they're going to go to the gym. The only thing they know is they're going to eat healthier. The only thing they know is I want to get this done. I want to become this business person. This is it. They don't have no structure. They don't repeat no practice, right? They don't repeatedly go to the gym. That's why it fades out. Because what? They might go at 10 every a.m. for like the first 2 weeks. Then it slowly, that's 10:30. Then it starts being 11. And then it'd be like, okay, well, you know what? Today I just won't go in. Tomorrow I'll go in. There's no consistency there. Okay. And then what happens? Now, guess what? Now they feel like they got all these decisions in their head. They ain't been going to the gym. Now, since you've been staying home, now you're like, do I go to the gym? Do I not go to the gym? Well, shoot, if I go to the gym, shoot, I don't even know. I don't even do nothing anyway. Or when I do go, shoot, I'm paying money. I could be saving them money and stay here. Or should I stay home, find me a work? But you see what I'm saying? So now them doors start opening up. Do I go to the gym? Don't I go to the gym? Well, if I go to the gym, what do I do? If I don't go to the gym, will I be mad? Is it like, right? And now your momentum starts to decline. That's what happens. That's what happens. And you don't understand because they don't understand what a routine is. You have a routine, that you have to have them things in order for it to even become a routine. Can you imagine a boxer, right? And I'm just using a boxer because I know that, a lot of people are talking about boxing right now. So can you imagine a boxer, right? Calling themselves the world champion, but they eat what they want to eat. They don't they don't have no structure about themselves. Like they're in any type of environment. They don't repeatedly go to the gym. They don't repeatedly, work out. They don't repeatedly eat healthy. So that means they're inconsistent when it comes to that area. Right? So now when they get in the ring, what you think happens to them when they get in the ring? Now, guess what? They have all these decisions going through their mind. Man, I should have worked out more. Did I work out more? I should have did, I don't even know, man. I was eating crazy. I should have, man, I know now I'm tired. Man, I should have stayed. Like, you see what I'm saying? All these decisions. But now on the flip side, let's say you have a boxer and they're structured. They got their stuff together. They got stuff set out. They know, they're going to the gym every 8 a.m., right? 7 days a week, maybe 5 days a week, however often they do it as a boxer. I don't know because I'm not a boxer. Okay. So we'll just say 5 days a week and they off on the weekend. So they go to the gym 5 days a week and they repeat the practices that they do when they get there. They on a treadmill. They punching the punching bag, right? They doing their push-ups. They doing everything they need to do for as a boxer. They sparring. And they consistently doing this. Who you think is going to win the fight when they get in the boxing ring? The boxer that's, claiming I'm the world champ, but ain't getting nothing done? Or the boxer that came in structured, it could care less about, like, I ain't have to say I'm a world champ. I'm going to come in and show you that I'm structured, that I've been practicing, that I'm consistent. The boxer that come in sure themselves. I know I work out. I know I did all I can do. I know I'm about to show out because I know I did all I could do. So win, lose, or draw, I know I did all I could do. I ain't tripping. I'm ready to get, you know what I mean? That's how they get in the ring. See, it's the difference of how we come in the ring. And this can be applied to the business world. So if you're a business owner, listen to this. That's about, no, this is in the business world too. How do you show up? Right? Are you continuously showing up, and supporting your team? Are you continuously showing up and, and, implementing positivity in your team? Are you constantly showing up, inspiring your team? That's the word I was looking for. My apologies, y'all. Y'all know, hey, I'm human too. But inspiring your team. Are you constantly showing up doing the work that you know you need to do? Are you constantly showing up going to places that you know you need to go to? Are you constantly declining the things that don't align with your principles, values, and your goals? Or are you just motivated to get it done? Right? Are you just motivated to be the owner? Are you just motivated because you know what's true? I'm the owner, I'm gonna get this done, but you ain't got no structure. I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm looking at and I see out here as I'm dealing with business owners. A lot of business owners are motivated. And I need y'all to wake up. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with being motivated, but I need y'all to get structured. Because a lot of y'all are showing up everywhere, and that means that you're nowhere, and you're wondering why you're frustrated, and you have a million things going on in your head. Right? Because y'all got to understand, routines is what stabilize the mind and protect your progress. Not the other way around. Motivation don't stabilize your mind. Why you think people stay motivated? Every New Year's, people are motivated. So it don't stabilize your mind when you're motivated. And it definitely don't protect your progress when you're motivated. Think about it. If just motivation alone protected your progress, how many people would be successfully slim, successfully had the body that they want every year, successfully healthy as they want to be, mind, body, spirit? So whatever you want to, who? How? That's how you do it. You do it through routine, not through motivation. That's why, a lot of individuals wondering why they ain't, like, I just don't understand. I'm in every room. I don't understand. I'm showing up everywhere. I don't understand. Well, I need you to understand. That's why it feels like you're not getting nothing done. You feel like, man, I feel like I'm everywhere. I feel like I'm showing up everywhere. I feel like I'm saying yes to everybody, but I don't feel like I'm getting nothing done. I feel like I'm more frustrated than anything. Wake up. That's what we do right here at S&B Sense. That is what we do right here. This is what we help organizations go from being doubtful, from being undecisive to taking action. Because a lot of organizations are just motivated. They're motivated to have the people they have in the room. They're motivated to, we started this organization. They're motivated because this is our vision, right? Well, what is the structure for the vision? What is the structure for the goal? See, everybody has to come up with a mission plan and a vision plan, right? If you're a business owner, that you come up with them things. But where's the structure to get it done? What practices are you repeating? That aligns with where you're trying to go. See, and I'm gonna tell y'all another thing that's the problem with y'all. And it's about to listen to me when I say this. A lot of business owners are motivated, but they ain't even doing the routines that they are preaching. They say practice what you preach. That's why a lot of y'all business owners feel frustrated in y'all head, because you ain't even doing the things that you telling everybody else or that you trying to teach everybody else to do, shall I say. How can you teach everybody else to be healthy if you're not healthy? You're not making healthy decisions. How can you teach people to be, the best coach if you're not even trying to be best coach for yourself? I am not talking about for them. How can you teach others how to be the best speaker or how to be the best, chef? Or if you ain't even taking classes to be the, keep learning and educating yourself on culinary arts. How can you show somebody how to be an artist if you're not even making sure that you stay in line and keep up to date with artistry and everything that goes along with it? See, I'm going to tell y'all something. Let me tell you a story about me. So a lot of y'all don't know this. So I got to say this. So a lot of y'all don't even know that I had a gun put to my head on 4 different occasions. 4 different occasions. And twice by people I thought loved me. You know why that was? I figured it out. Because I was motivated. Yeah, I was motivated. Oh, I was motivated. I was motivated. I was excited. I was excited to mess with, oh my God, you know what? This is mine. He's mine. Right? I was motivated. I was head over heels. That's to say, that's motivated. When you just head over heels and you just ain't googly, that's motivation. It don't last. You know why? And I thought about it. It was a pattern when I had a gun put to my head on 4 different occasions. And I'm thankful to be here. Thank you, universe, every time. Right? I want to tell y'all this. I had no structure in what I was doing. I was just out, like, oh my gosh. Right? I ain't had no structure out there. I was out there in the hood, just living life. Right? I ain't had nothing that I was practicing for as values, principles, and goals. I was just, hey, you know what I mean? If I like him and he likes me and he looks good and I think he looks good and he gets to the butt, he's the one, right? Because I was always a go-getter. Don't get it twisted. All right? So I never made decisions. I never made decisions when I was going through these in relationships, right? I never made the decision that, well, if he ain't in the streets, if he ain't, if he trying to hustle, I don't want to be with him. If he doing this, I don't want to be with him. Because reason why I'm not doing that. See, a lot of us, I wasn't trying to, once I got older, I started realizing that, hold on, I don't want something that I'm looking for something that, I'm not. That's what I was looking for. I was out there just, that wasn't me. Once I start thinking about, well, I value this, my principles is this, that. Everything I need to do needs to align with that. That's when things start changing. That's when the guns stop getting put to my head. That's when I start meeting them certain individuals. That's when my environment starts shifting, because I start putting structure in place. I start putting goals in place. I start giving myself, nope. Giving myself things, levels or cutoffs. Nope, we ain't doing that. He got too much going on. Or maybe I got too much going on for him, right? Because it go that way too. Sometimes you might not be perfect for them, and that's okay. And a lot of us don't want to cut that off, and you will end up in the same position. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't got no structure. You don't understand. So I want y'all to understand, when I went through that, even as I went through that, it taught me that routines is why I was in them situations. I had none. I had none. I didn't put my values, my principles, and my morals before nothing, because I didn't even know what they were. So first, you got to understand what your values, principles, and your goals are. Your values, principles, and morals, what are they? So you can even figure out what structure to put in place. What practices do you need to repeatedly do, right? I'm just saying. And I'm not just talking about it don't matter if you're a business owner, what practices do you need to put in place? Think about that for a second. And that's the reason why I said motivation. You could be motivated all day. We're motivated all day. Meaning we're happy, right? We get geeked up. That's motivation. It don't last. The only thing that lasts is structure, consistency, daily practices, which is what builds routines. And a lot of y'all don't have no business owners. I'm talking to business owners before we go into, things to help you with this. I want to let you, the business owners, know you got to have structure. If you're a business owner, you need structure. There's no way around it. You cannot run around like a chicken with your head cut off, trying to please everybody, be everywhere, show up everywhere. It don't work. You're going to constantly feel like you got too many doors open in your head, too many decisions to make, and you're going to keep losing momentum, because then it becomes overwhelming. Because what is your focus? Your focus can't be everything and everybody and doing everything. You got to have a structure. What practices are you going to be doing? Like, for instance, when individuals or organizations come to Queen A, right? I have to know what structure am I going to teach them at, right? Like, do I have one-on-one coaching? Am I going to do group coaching? Like, am I going to do an academy? What principles am I going to teach? Like, I have to know these things off top. I know I have 13 principles that I teach on. Routines is one. I know how many principles I have teach on. I know what the starting entry point is when people want to work with me, right? I know that. Okay, when you want to work with me, coming in the door, if you're an organization, especially where you're going to want to do either my Get Your Mind Right series, right? Or you're going to start with my Seeds of Clarity. It's going to be one of them. If you're doing one-on-one, then guess what? You do the one-on-one, you do the 4 to 6 weeks. Or you can do the 12 weeks. Or you can do the 8 months. But I have different structures. I already know. Let's say if everybody wants to work with me, but I don't know what my prices is, right? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what my program is. I don't know, what my principles are. I don't know what my structure is. I don't know how I'm gonna teach it. What I'm gonna teach it. Am I gonna have worksheets? Are they gonna have? I just don't know. Now, guess what? You start having too many things going on in your head because there's no structure there. Can you imagine them coming trying to put the top of the house on when the bottom haven't even been built? Let me say that again. Can you imagine the construction workers coming trying to put the roof of the house on when the bottom ain't even been built yet? And that's what a lot of business owners are doing. Like, when you put the roof of a house on, right? If somebody come and just try to put the roof, that's more like, yeah, you happy, you geeked up. We see you got the roof, but we ain't even built the foundation to the house yet. So we have to wait. And that's where I deal with a lot of these organizations, a lot of business owners. Y'all have the roof to the house, y'all excited, but y'all ain't even built the foundation. All right. Just because you have that LLC don't mean that you have the foundation. Don't mean that you have the structure in place. Don't mean that you have to, or you are implementing the practices. Okay. So now let's talk about things that you can do that you need to do so you can have routines. So you can, start making decisions with clarity. The first one is you got to ask yourself this: which daily practices is a non-negotiable for my success? So which daily practice is a non-negotiable for your success? Think about that for a second. Okay. Think about which daily practice is a non-negotiable for my success. Okay. Because all of us got something that we're doing daily that can't stop. If you're a business owner, it's something that you're doing every day. And if it ain't, it's something that you need to be doing every day, right? That's a non-negotiable for your business success. Not something that maybe can grow, and not something that, it doesn't matter. Something that's a non-negotiable. Without me doing this today, my business cannot grow. And if you don't mind sharing, with clarity, let us know what that is. Drop it in the comments. What daily practice, is a non-negotiable for your organization, for your business? And I'm just saying, share that, because you don't know, your share can help another business owner who like, you know what? That's something I maybe want to implement that I didn't even think about. Okay. So one of my daily practices that I have implemented that's non-negotiable for my success at this moment in my life is waking up at 5. So I have to get up between 5 and 5:30. That is a non-negotiable for my business to be successful. Reason why? Because I deal with organizations, and organizations are up early. I have to deal with them early. So that means I have to get up early, enough time to meditate. I apologize. So when I get up, I meditate, I journal, I read, I work out. Then I come in and I handle my business with the organization. Then I come in and I handle my business with the organizations. Okay. So by me doing that, what that does, that allows me to be up, but not only be up, make sure that I have the non-negotiable things done. Because if I don't get up, if I don't work out, if I don't read, if I don't meditate, if I don't drink my tea, if I don't do all of that, guess what? My business, my mind don't function. I can't function. I feel like I'm off. I'll start having all them doors opening in my head and feeling like I have a lot to do. So that's a non-negotiable for Queen A. So what is yours? So I just told y'all about 3 or 4 things for me that's non-negotiable, which was waking up at 5 a.m., meditating, reading, journaling, and working out. But if I had to say the one thing would be getting up. Because if I don't get up, none of it gets done early enough. Because I know no matter when I get up, I'm going to do it. So I have to get up early enough to get that out the way. So that way I'm refreshed when it's time for me to start working with organizations. Okay. So what is your non-negotiable for you? And then the second thing you have to ask yourself, if you're a business owner, is what routine needs improvement? What routine needs improvement, or what routine needs to be removed? That is a big one. Let me say this. What routine needs to be removed? See, a lot of us business owners, we got routines that we're doing every day that really is kind of hurting our business. It don't matter if you do that or not, right? I'm just saying, like, you getting up and you checking Facebook every day, all day. It don't matter. That's not you checking Facebook is not beneficial to your business. I'm just saying, not every day, all day. Okay. Yes, the response, but be strategic with it. All right. You going out every day is not being beneficial for your business. Okay. You drinking all day, every day is not beneficial for your business. Now, you hesitating is not beneficial for your business. So a lot of us got the routine of hesitating. I'm going to do it tomorrow. If that's you as a business owner, you need to remove it. procrastination, hesitation, right? So what routine you have that needs to be removed? Maybe it's eating unhealthy snacks. Maybe it's the routine of not working out that needs to be removed. Like, just sitting around watching movies all day, documentaries, because I'm a documentary queen, and women, y'all know how we get. Okay, we can watch documentaries. But is that a routine that needs to be removed? All right. So y'all have to understand what routines need to be removed in order to understand what routines needs to be improved. Because if you constantly think that, you constantly focusing on your improvements, but you ain't focusing on nothing that you need to remove, then it's not going to work. You're going to still have that fog going on in your mind, because you're going to have to redo something. You got to let something go in order to catch something. Like, right? Our arms are only so big, and I don't care how big you are. I don't care how much you weigh. I don't care how little you are. I don't care how old you are. Your arms can only hold so much. It's the same thing as your mind. Your mind can only hold so much. Okay? So we have to understand how to let things go. And that's why a lot of business owners, they have too much going on in their mind because they scared to let people, places, and things go. And that's all I got. All right. Some of y'all business owners just simply need to let some people go. Y'all need to simply let some places go. Y'all need to simply let some things go. And them are the routines that needs to be improved. I'm just saying. That's all. Y'all know what it is. I ain't got to tell you. I already know. All right. So my name is Queen A. I hope y'all definitely got something from this. Also, if you would like to be a guest right here on Slapping with Truth, make sure that you email us at queenaspeaks@gmail.com to be a guest. We take guests from all across the globe to talk about their experience and how they remain confident on their journey, okay? Because your journey is not my journey. And somebody out there needs to hear your journey, needs to hear your story, needs to hear how you remain confident on your journey, okay? So make sure that you email me and let me know that you would love to be a guest. Matter of fact, put guest in the caption of the email, so I'll make sure that I definitely reach out to you and make sure I respond to your email, okay? Also, don't forget, if you are our newcomers out there, hey, we love our newcomers. Though y'all also don't make sure that you like and subscribe and all that Gucci stuff. Let me know in the comments what y'all thought about this video, especially if you are a business owner. Actually share this video with a business owner that needs to, maybe understand what routines is, or go back and rewatch it if that's you. All right. And if nobody else loves you, you already know. Queen A does. Later. Mwah.